Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Another day. Stiff as boards on the train.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? This really is fine craftsmanship. A tad rowdy, but sharp and clean.
Don't know a town till you've met its people.
The rules at your neck.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Let me think on this.
I've been up to today.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours, for a full week, charge. What a steal.
Did as you say.
I can't wait to see what the day holds. I'm not getting anyone ready. Now, where is that bound?
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
When does my watch end?
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching.
The rules at your left. I find that he turncoats.
My back's acting up today. What was the same?
Well met.
That's how I like it.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false Arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovran, that is, the false Arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
It is our duty to bring the beasts low. I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
New meetings and adventure in the offing.
Interested in my wares? They learn.
at your leisure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Too quiet here for my liking.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Not at the expense of my duty.
Oh, yes, the same dismal affair must
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovran currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent King Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, your grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't see. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee,
Right, hell for some decent sleep. Or a comfy bedroll.
I'm kept just about anywhere. I cannot permit you to enter the masquerade hall in your current raiment. 'Tis ill-suited to the occasion. When was my watch out? I've clean forgotten.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
Death comes for me next.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. You'll not believe the journey I've had. I'll wager my horizons are broader than ever. A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go, then.
I hope you slept well.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen. 'Tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate
What?
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Greed will get you nowhere, friend. But worry not. You won't need it where you're headed.
Prepare yourself! What have I done to deserve this?
food?
How am I to pay these debts? Not selling.
Naught untoward shall occur on my watch.
I want to turn in for them. That's how fools last a day without me. Never
Sent my nose to the ground. Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Surely I'm in a Tuesday.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies. I'll turn you into a pincushion! Master. I'd not leave this unread.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek. Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught the...
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality is what you need if you want to... survive. So before you check the price, hope to see you again.
Good day, sir.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
I bid you farewell, Arisen. I trust you will not soon forget the supremacy of the bow.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Well, that wasn't the homecoming I envisioned.
We have found a material.
Different
goblins approach! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't. That was superb, Arisen!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. On my way. Now, caught, Arisen.
Would seem I've some catching up to do.
That was certainly worthwhile.
All this fuss over a moment's caution. Shall it happen again?
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.